Finding your way abroad, first steps with CGIS. So, what is CGIS? We are the Center for Global and Intercultural Study, also known as CGIS, and we offer a variety of international opportunities to the U of M undergraduate community. We have over 120 different programs in over 45 different countries. We mostly serve LSA undergraduates, but students from all colleges are also eligible for all of our programs. Did you know? You can go abroad as early as your first summer. You can also study abroad multiple times without delaying your graduation, and knowing another language is not a requirement to study abroad. We offer programs in English speaking countries as well as programs taught in English in non English speaking countries such as Argentina, Brazil, Greece, and more. Why go abroad? Study abroad or an international internship can help set you apart from the crowd. We have three things students mostly focus on when they are considering going abroad. We have academics, skills, and global connections. Most students want to go to satisfy their degree requirements or maybe gain international perspectives in their field of study and consider new and different career paths. For skills, students will gain skills to approach situations from different cultural frameworks. And then for global connections, experience new places and cultures while also having the chance to make meaningful friendships that will last a lifetime. You also get a chance to connect with the local community through volunteering, interning, or either engaging in cross-cultural exchange.
What program makes sense for you? So there are a couple of different factors you may want to consider when going abroad. So generally, we recommend that students identify 2 to 3 key factors that matter the most to you. So we've included some examples here, such as academic and campus plans, cost, identity, on-site support, and professional goals. First ones are pretty much self-explanatory, but the others, such as on-site support, can mean, do you want to have support in getting your visa and getting your housing, help with challenges while abroad and things like that? Or are you wanting a more independent experience where you're navigating these experiences more on your own? Another thing is professional career goals. Are you wanting to work internationally in the future, or are you interested in a particular career area that you might not be able to get classes on or might a different perspective on than you can here on the UM campus? We recommend that students find programs that match the factors that are most important to them. You can always come and chat with us to help out with that, whether with our CGIS advisors or with our peer advisors. You can create corresponding goals that will make the most of your study abroad experience. Identity considerations. Another thing to take into consideration is what identity factors are most important to you. So, for example, disabilities and accommodations, first gen, gender roles, heritage seeking, and things of the like. So, for example, maybe you're an Italian heritage speaker, and so going to Italy is very important to you. Or you have disability accommodations on campus, and it's very important for you to get similar or same accommodations abroad. And maybe not all programs can provide those accommodations for you. CGIS has a variety of resources on our website that can be utilized in helping navigate these identities and figuring out what kind of program might be good for you. A good tip is that there are many scholarships available that can help students of particular identities. So, for example, scholarships for students who are queer.
Another consideration for searching for programs can be looking for programs by major. We offer major advising pages for over 30 majors and minors. These pages might include details about recommended programs, pre-approved courses, and the process for approval. And as a tip, don't let these pre-approved courses limit you at all. You can always request approval from your departments. We also recommend that you be strategic about this. So make sure you start conversations with your advisors about study abroad early. So this can look like asking your major or minor advisors if your major or minor allows you to actually take coursework abroad for your program. And if degree-specific coursework isn't an option for your major, you can always consider language requirement programs, distribution requirement classes such as humanities or social sciences, secondary major or minor requirements, or experiential learning aspects such as research, internships, or more. So for getting credit on programs, what does happen automatically? If you are an LSA student, all courses from CGIS programs will come back as in-residence credits. So in-residence means that it'll look the same as courses you take on U of M's campus with letter grade that goes toward your GPA. So what does not happen automatically? courses from CGIS programs counting toward degree or distribution requirements. So ultimately, you will need to talk with your academic advisors to find out if the courses you want can count for any specific degree requirements at all.
As you begin looking into study abroad programs, you'll notice that we have a few different general types of programs. The first is our Global Course Connections, or GCC programs, which are some of our shortest programs. Those programs will occur abroad during the spring summer, during 3 weeks in May, that are followed by a winter semester course component that is taught on campus the semester before you go abroad. And those are taught by U of M faculty members, so you will take the course with the U of M faculty member and go abroad with that same instructor. Our next type is our Global Intercultural Experience for Undergraduates, or our GIEUs. And these are our community source project abroad programs. Right now, we offer it mostly in Sao Paulo, Brazil, but future locations may be offered in the future. And this also includes a winter term on-campus component similar to the GCCs. However, that on-campus component is entirely online, and then it is followed by 3 to 4 weeks abroad in May, and you will earn 2 credits on this program. And we do partner with global social impact organizations abroad to help offer this program. We also have our language requirement courses, so you can complete your 4th semester or your combined 3rd and 4th semester for the language requirement while abroad. This is available in Spanish, French, and Italian. And these are 5 to 6 week programs that are taught during the spring summer that are 6 to 8 credits. They are taught by U of M faculty and instructors, as well as local faculty, and they will help complete your language requirement while studying abroad. And then we have our more traditional options for the spring summer. Those will range a lot in length and course offerings, anywhere from 3 to 10 weeks abroad. The dates for these programs do not align perfectly with Michigan's spring summer dates, so definitely be sure to check on the dates for each program you're looking into. These are taught by local faculty abroad. And then we also have our traditional semester and academic year programs. These are longest duration programs, so you can go abroad for either the fall or winter semester or both and earn anywhere from 12 to 18 credits. And all of the courses on these programs are taught by local faculty. There are many research and internship opportunities available throughout many of these programs. In addition to all of these study abroad programs, we also offer international internship programs during the spring summer, where you can go and complete an 8-week internship placement while abroad through one of our partner providers. The GCC and GIU have particularly great scholarship opportunities. So all LSA Pell Grant recipients who participate in a GCC or GIU can apply and receive the GCC GIU grant. And this grant does pay for the entire program fee, which helps to make the program a lot more affordable so that you can have your experience abroad during your time here at Michigan.
To expand a little more on our international internships, there are 4 providers that we work with: IES Abroad, SageCore, Amprakash, and CIEE. For these providers, they have expansive networks of different organizations that they can place students within, and these range in fields from the arts and culture to law to public service to IT and STEM fields, marketing, business. There's a broad range. For these experiences, they are approximately 8 weeks, and they typically will include a placement with 20 to 40 hours a week of internship time, as well as a seminar that will be either 3 or 6 credits. This opportunity comes with some great funding potential, as the LSA International Internship Scholarship can help offset or cover the program costs for these programs. Students who choose the 6-credit option will be able to tap into potentially their federal and institutional financial aid as well. The deadline to apply to the Summer International Internships is February 1st, although there is a final deadline of March 1st for SageCore only if you were to happen to miss that February 1st deadline. If you have any questions about the internship opportunities, please feel free to schedule an appointment with our advising team.
Now that you're familiar with the CGIS programming, let's talk a little bit more about how to get started. For next steps, we recommend you visit the CGIS website. Under Explore and Apply, you will be able to browse for CGIS programs by region, major or minor, term, or type of program. We strongly encourage you to read through the descriptions of each program and each section. In each section, you'll find a list of the CGIS program offerings and the link to each mCompass brochure. Once you get to Encompass, you'll be able to start your application. If you have any questions or want more guidance, you can schedule an appointment with a CGIS advisor or attend drop-in advising with a CGIS peer advisor. For reference, here are some standard deadlines. Note that deadlines vary per each cycle. Also, each application deadline is specified on the Encompass brochure. You should carefully review the Dates tab for each specific program. When searching for a program that is right for you, take advantage of the Encompass brochures. It is important to note that Encompass contains all of the study abroad programs the University of Michigan has to offer. Only the programs marked with CGs in the program name are the ones offered by this LSA office. On the program brochures, you can find information such as eligibility criteria, application process, academic breakdown, housing and logistics, finances, including the program budget sheets, program dates, including the application deadline, and other important information under Know Before Applying. Please be aware that CG's requirements may vary depending on each program. Your program application requirements may include an academic recommendation, personal statement, additional partner application, and/or possibly other program-specific requirements. So please make sure to read carefully.
All right. According to your experience, this is a concern for many students and families. So in many ways, our programs can be affordable. First, going to talk about the Office of Financial Aid. Within their office, they have a study abroad unit that works with students, especially about financial aid. Many students who receive financial aid normally on campus for their studies are able to use their study abroad package in some fashion towards their study abroad program. For going abroad for a semester, you do need to take a minimum of 12 credits to receive financial aid. And if you're going abroad for the spring, summer, you need to take at least 6 credits in order to use financial aid. The Office of Financial Aid also has a study abroad estimate worksheet. You can fill this out with some of the program costs, which you can find in the budget sheets, which we talked about. You can return this form to the Office of Financial Aid, and then they can use this form to generate an estimate of how much aid you will be getting towards your study abroad experience. Other way that students who go on our programs and fund their studies abroad is through the LSA Study Abroad Scholarship. So if you're an LSA student and you meet all of the eligibility requirements, I would definitely apply for this. Students receive an average of about $4,000 depending on the program costs and the student financial need. Again, you have to do 12 credits for the fall or winter semester, or 6 credits in the spring and summer to receive this scholarship. If you have any questions about the scholarship or about financial aid, both offices are very willing to meet with students and go over any kind of questions or concerns that you might have about using your aid or getting the scholarship. We also have a few additional tips on our CGIS website. We have a page all about exploring additional scholarships and funding sources. We have a long list of possible scholarships and funding that you could have a browse through. You also might want to ask your own department about funding for study abroad. Sometimes they have money available for this. And then finally, just a link about booking international flights on a budget, and that could save you some money. All right. We talked a bit about this, but one of the next steps that you could do is to set up a CGIS advising appointment. So this could include an advising appointment with one of our CGIS study abroad advisors. If you see on the left side of the screen that's moving, you can see the advisors there, and you can go to our advising page and see which countries each advisor advises for, and then you can make an appointment with them. We also have a number of CGIS peer advisors, PAs, who work in our office each day. They have office hours. They've all done CGIS programs. So you're welcome to come in and meet with them. You can hear about their experience. You can ask questions, and you can go over the basics of study abroad with them. Besides that, we also have group advising and info sessions. Some programs have program-specific FAQ guides. We also have one-on-one advising, of course. And down at the bottom is the link to the advising page with all of these resources. So welcome to come in and talk about study abroad. We look forward to helping you go abroad. If you'd like to, you can scan the QR code. It will sign you up for our CGIS newsletter, and you can receive updates about program deadlines, new programs, scholarships, and all things study abroad. Thank you.